So, President Donald Trump was at the Lions Commanders game on Sunday. They were honoring veterans at the Washington Commanders game, and President Trump was there with some of his administration. But the big story, obviously, was Trump. He's the most polarizing figure out there, as we know. So, Lions wide receiver Amon-Ra St. Brown did the touchdown dance, and then he did the Trump dance, if you want to call that a dance. It looks like he's having a seizure, but um, in any way, in any event, Brown does the dance. Trump's loving it, obviously. People that support Trump love it. But then there's the people that always are offended by everything and immediately start going crazy on social media. I didn't know Amon-Ra St. Brown was a Trumper. Trumpy, that fucking sellout. Because the left is so tolerant. It's the party of just people that you want to just punch in the face. And don't get me wrong, I know a lot of people on the left that I do enjoy being with. I enjoy their time together. I have dated a lot of people that have left-wing views. I hold nothing against these people. I think they are some of the finest people that I know. But then there is that other crowd that is just, you just want to have them swallow cyanide because they're just so hateful, so toxic, so, incredibly vile that the slightest thing that bothers them or that they disagree with, they will not only make fun, they will attack, 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 and go for the jugular. It's just like some of what their favorite politicians do. Jasmine Crockett, who was a thug, and AOC, who talks tough, and all these other people that sit there and they want to be these macho tough people. Hakeem Jeffries, Cory Booker, who are just hateful human beings, and their supporters see that, and now they are becoming that, even worse. So this, it was funny because he did the dance, and then he apologizes. I got to read you the apology. The apology goes like this: If I offended anyone, I do apologize. I did not mean to offend anyone. It was just we're having fun. If any president was at the game, if they had a dance, I scored a touchdown, I would have done it. It had nothing to do with who the president was. We were just having fun doing the dance. It was nothing more, nothing less, end quote. So I have the utmost respect for Amon-Ra St. Brown because I thought that was a pretty classy response to everything. And I thought it was cool that he did it. And his reasoning for doing it also makes a lot of sense. He's like, listen, I would if Obama had a dance, if Biden had a dance, Bush, Clinton, I would have done their dances too. So, we're just having fun. That's all. So I love that. But why did you have to apologize? That's my thing. If I offended anyone, who did you offend? The pink and blue hair barista at Starbucks with the nose ring that screams every time Donald Trump's face appears on the screen? Is that who you offended? Or the people that claim that their rights are being taken away, but they're really not? So who exactly did you offend other than people that didn't vote for Donald Trump? And if that's the case, who the fuck cares? Who cares? They didn't like it, big deal. Newsflash. And again, I'm not saying I'm the biggest Trump guy, but 75 million people voted for this guy. There has to be something there. I'm sorry. Either with him or the Democrats are really bad or were really bad because I think the Democrats are on the rise. I will say that. And I do think that they will have a very strong showing at the midterms. But for him to sit here and apologize, the poor young man has nothing to apologize for. And his response is very classy. no matter who the president is. But we live in this world now. Like back when you disagree with George W. Bush, it was just, oh, he was a stupid Southerner. That was pretty much it. Green Day did a song about it. Bomb Bomb Goes the President, Gas Man. Tremendous song, by the way. Not saying that I think that Green Day are sane people, because I've listened to some of their rants about this country. They are not sane people. They are lunatics. Be it as it may, that album kicked ass. I was in high school when that album came out. American Idiot, tremendous, tremendous. But it was like, even that wasn't as bad. He made a song, okay. Now it's like everywhere you go, it's hate, 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 hate. Fetterman is getting lambasted by the Democrats for being one of the 8 people that voted against the shutdown. My thing is, people have their SNAP benefits back. The government is in power. Nothing new happened. Everything that was in place before is in place now, and it's a continuation through January of 2026. People have their stuff back. I do find it really odd that a lot of these Democrats came out of the woodwork after the Democrats had a strong showing on election day. Then they decided to open up the government. I see what you did there. Fetterman was a guy who, from day one, was like, I'm voting to open up the government. Let's open it up. Let's talk again. Let's get to the table, open the government, talk, and then we'll see what happens. I like Fetterman. And he was a guy that was doing it from day one. These other guys, Tim Kaine was another one. Tim Kaine, who hates Trump. Tim Kaine, who was on Hillary Clinton's ticket. He voted to open the government up. So, again, is it what did the Democrats want that they didn't get? Okay, Obamacare is a disaster. And we wouldn't have had it if John McCain wasn't such a schmuck and wanted to play theatrics and voted no. Again, it was a good thing in theory, but overall, you look at the premiums and the insurance rates, everything has gone up for Obamacare. It is not working. It is not good. Now, there has to be a better health care plan for America, and hopefully there's a bipartisan plan that can come together for that. But I just find it funny that these people voted to open the government up a couple of days after the. I mean, Jeffries and Schumer were sending a bipartisan letter, a letter for bipartisanship meeting, not even 24 hours after they swept the elections. So come on, they knew what they were doing. Um, but yeah, Amon-Ra St. Brown, I may buy his jersey. He seems like a good dude, a sensible guy. That's rare in America these days.